You guys, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your main man here. Double H, half thou hope, coming at you for some fun football news, man. Look, international break is whack. Let's keep it real. Shout out to San Marino, shout out to Kazakhstan, shout out to Greenland, shout out to Alaska, shout out to Antarctica, shout out to the equator, shout out to Venus, shout out to Neptune. But let's keep it real. Most of these guys are just there to get beat. So I thought, let me just keep that content flowing through and let's just see the latest, most interesting football news that will engage and bring in the most interesting discussion, man. So we're going to talk a bit about Neymar, about Laporta saying that about how he wanted to get Neymar back to Barca. We're going to talk about Lingard, who doesn't want to sign his contract deal, and maybe is he thinking that he feels he deserves more at United? What does your Red Devil think about that? Rudiger, he's a free agent next summer. He is also stalling on signing a contract as well. I'm also going to talk about Leroy Sane, where, your boy Nagelsmann has come out and talked about how he's going to use Leroy Sane and how much he believes in Leroy Sane. And do we really believe that Leroy Sane is going to pop off this year? So we've got your boy Abdul, Red Devil Studio, and Puya to give the Bayern, Barca, and United perspective as well.
Respect Memphis, Tennessee.
Look, relax. You were one of those guys insulting him, man. You were one of the guys insulting him, so please relax, man. So let's start first with your boy Neymar. So shout out to people in the live chat. Remember, guys, like that vid, subscribe, like that vid. Remember, if there's any comments or so forth you want to put and so forth, feel free to send in a super chat that helps support the channel. Your super chats will be read precisely straight away. So let's look at Neymar. You see, here's my thing. It's funny how this whole thing works. As of right now, the best move for Neymar, I know it can happen, but let's just say in a crazy world, the best move for Neymar is if he could somehow find his way to Barcelona. Because if Neymar at Barcelona right now, with Memphis, Tennessee, and all these players, he would actually be in a really good position because what Neymar always wanted was his own club. So now the idea that Laporta wanted to get Neymar and Neymar wanted to come to Barcelona, in my view, see, before I didn't really believe it, but when you look at how much Neymar pretty much was begging Messi to now come to PSG, how he offered his number 10 jersey to him, I now fully believe that all those stories of Neymar wanting to go to return to Barcelona is all true. And obviously, Abdul will obviously give the whole take on it. Maybe the whole fact that it is happening because it didn't really have the funds. But my thing though is that if there was any way that it could happen, even now, I think that would be a very interesting deal because I just do feel that for Neymar, he's at a point right now where he's like, all right, I'm in a situation where does he still want to be in Messi's shadow? That's my thing, because I've just accepted that he has sort of like accepted the defeat, that he's not that dude. So he's like, okay, look, man, let me call Daddy, aka Messi, to come and help me, and so forth. But the thing though is, and I want Abdul to really share the particulars here, is did the Neymar deal break down because of a lack of funds and money? Or was it another deal? Because I 100% believe Neymar wanted to return back to Barcelona, and I 100% now believe that Neymar isn't enjoying his time at PSG, and PSG isn't what he thought it was. So hence, was like, you know what? Let me go back to what I know, what I prefer, and what I understand. And you know what? No, here's what I believe. It's not that he wanted to go back to Barcelona. He wanted to play with Messi again, and he believed that playing with Messi is his comfort zone. So the moment that Messi now joined him at PSG, hence why he was working so hard to get Messi at PSG, is like, oh, this is pretty much the Barcelona situation right now, but at PSG. So Abdul, talk to me about the whole Neymar thing. Why did it break down? And do you still think that there is potentially a chance of Rafaela's brother to still wear the Barca colors?
First of all, no chance. No chance. This summer.
Wait. Have hope. Have you heard of the term called have hope?
No. I'll tell you why there's no chance now. Because this summer he had 1 year left on his deal, and he just signed another 5-year deal. And you know how PSG, you can't bully PSG into selling their players, so they only sell when they want to sell. But I was just gonna say exactly the same thing as you just said, that he didn't want to come back to Barca. He just wanted to play with Messi. That's why he was desperate for it. And I think he doesn't want to play to, like, the whole thing, I want to get away from Messi's shadow. I think within the first 2 years at PSG, I think he realized that, you know what, this isn't what I wanted. Like this, he regretted his decision. Like, because he left in 2017, and in 2019 we were very close to getting him. I don't think, do you remember that story about we were 20 million short of getting him back in 2019? Yeah. So, and he openly came out then and said, like, he was hated by the PSG fans because he made it obvious that he wasn't happy and he wanted to come back. But I mean, the thing that's intriguing for me is,
but one thing, do you now think that he regretted making the decision to move to PSG?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But it depends, because you also see how Barca have declined since, and would they have declined with or without him? Would the decline have happened anyway? Because let's be honest, he's on better money now at PSG. He's on a very big contract that he wouldn't be able to be on at Barca right now. And he's surrounded by a really good team. Really.
No, but then I say to yourself that nobody can tell me that if Neymar was on that pitch in 2019 at Anfield, they don't score at least one goal.
I mean, you could say that, but I mean, it's not because PSG haven't made it far in the Champions League themselves. Like, they were in a CL final as well, so you can't say that, Barca have done better without him, and he would have been the missing. I mean, probably he would have made a difference, but I mean, you can't look away from how good of a team he has now. And I mean, this conversation would be completely different if they go on to win the CL next season. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's absolutely zero regret. However, like, it's interesting because it also makes you think, because Laporta came in this summer and he just openly admitted that he had plans of bringing him back. So you ask me, what was the stumbling block, right? Why didn't it happen?
Had to be the money. I mean, because my thinking is
that the money. It wasn't the. I don't think it was the money, because money can always be found somewhere somehow. It can, you know. I mean, the problem was the wage bill.
Wait, where's HH gone? Is he gone? Where's HH gone?
He probably lagged. Oh, there he is.
Mouse, man.
How
many times do you kick yourself out, HH, man?
Okay, continue. Continue.
What I was saying was, it wasn't the money. It was the wage bill, financial fair play. He came out and said but I don't get how you can, because he's using this excuse, Laporta, which I don't understand. But he's using this excuse that once he took over the job in March, they had misinterpreted financial fair play. And how can you misinterpret financial fair play? Because
my conspiracy is Perez had a mole in the Barcelona camp and they destroyed Barcelona from within. You cannot tell me that Barcelona, one of the biggest clubs in the world, one of the most famous clubs in the world, somehow have the worst, most dim-witted accountants on the planet who didn't understand how to manage the salary and the wage bill. But that's my conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, it mismanagement 100%. But so he comes out and says that they've misinterpreted the financial fair play. And you know, that's the problem I've always had with Barcelona presidents, is that they act like politicians. Like, it's almost a political campaign when they're taking over the job. They make so many false promises, you know. Oh, we're gonna bring in Haaland, we're gonna bring Neymar back. You know what I mean? So you gotta take it with a pinch of salt, because I mean, they're gonna do what they gotta do to get elected, and then reality kicks in and the excuses come in, like, oh, we misinterpreted the financial fair play. I think the reason why, I don't think they ever went in like really for him, because how would you ever be able to fit Neymar on top of Messi, on top of Griezmann, like on the wage bill? That's impossible.
No. See now, That's but did Laporta come out and say why they weren't able to get Neymar? Did he actually give the?
Yeah,
So he said it was a salary cap or what?
Yeah, he said we misinterpreted the financial fair play.
My thing is that if you already know that Griezmann is on 2 billion a week, you know how much Messi is on. How the hell do you think you'd have afforded to get Neymar?
That's why I think is because it's a promise he made. It came out in the press once he took over the job that he was interested in Neymar, and I also understand why, because he did have 1 year left. You know what I mean? So if we were gonna get him, we could get him on the cheap. But I think he quickly realized that it was impossible. Like, if we couldn't keep Messi, how are we gonna bring in Neymar? You know what I mean?
See, I mean, my thing is that for Neymar's own good, I want to bring in Red Devil on this side. See, for Neymar's own good is, I do feel that he really should. The best thing for him in terms of just optics, because my danger is that whatever PSG do, if they win it, it's always going to go to Messi. And because Neymar could be in a situation where, like, you move to PSG, you could finally win the UCL, and nobody's going to give you credit. So it'll be miracle at Camp Nou all over again. So I don't know whether Neymar can say, you know what, let me buy myself out of my contract. Buy myself out of my contracts and go to Barcelona. Because this is the perfect time for him to go to Barcelona. But the issue is that even if he was to buy himself out, the salary cap and the finances are so messed up in Barcelona as well. So
yeah, but for me, I think he's given up on that idea. I think he regrets leaving. He wants to play with Messi. He wants to be in his comfort zone. And I think he realized when he left that without Messi, he's not comfortable. I think that's the big thing he realized. And that's why he's been so desperate to play with him. So it's not about playing for Barcelona. It could have been Arsenal. It could have been any other club. Whoever had Messi, he wanted to play with them. So I think he's happy now. I think at some point during his first 2 years at PSG, I think it clicked for him that, you know what, I don't fancy being the star of a team. I want to be comfortable. And you see him now; he seems very happy at PSG ever since Messi came.
Hey, Chage, can you bring up a more updated picture of Neymar, please? We need an updated, recent image of Neymar, please. Not this one from like 5-6 years ago. This is deceiving, you know. Like, this isn't real anymore.
All right, let's. So while I bring that up, so right now, what do you call this whole Neymar Barca thing, man?
First of all.
Oh
man!
As I said, this guy tried to come onto Instagram and think that, oh my god, that's all. No, this is the real you, bro. This is the real you, man. But yeah.
Okay, first and foremost, let's be real. Mbappe did flop during these European things. It just happened. I just want to get out of the way. Just get out of the way.
You're talking to a teenage World Cup winner, man. I'm sorry.
I just want to get out of the way.
Teenage World Cup winner. It's a teenage World Cup winner. I know.
You know, France drawing to how many countries, man. Like, it's just but I just want to get out of the way. Focusing on Neymar, to us. Like, let's be real. Like, it's clear that like Neymar wanted to obviously play with Messi. He missed the commandery, and I genuinely believe that one of the reasons why Messi went to PSG in the first place was because it was another comfort zone. He had friends, mates, people that were there that would help him settle into a new environment. And of course, as we saw with Neymar apparently wanting to give his number 10 jersey to Messi, being substituted, etc. It's clearly an element that like he's happy, he's proud that Messi is alongside with him. I disagree on the fact that he's not comfortable, because I mean, like, that's why I got this picture up, because like clearly if you only let yourself go this way if you don't feel comfortable. So I think he feels very comfortable at PSG. I'm doing my own thing, living my own life, chilling, going out in Paris, etc. I'm very comfortable. So I don't think he has
no, as I said, look, that's where it's true. That's where I agree with you. That's for me. I feel that it could be a case like people may not like it. I don't know. We all love him as a player and so forth, but I think we could be seeing the beginning of the decline of Neymar. This could be the beginning of the end of him. And what I believe is, because I defended his decision to go to PSG just to be your own man, but now in hindsight, maybe he should have always stayed. maybe he should have stayed, because if, let's say, Neymar had stayed and what happened with Messi, maybe they still get to keep Neymar. So Griezmann goes, thinking goes, and Neymar still remains.
We're making a few hypotheticals, because we're saying that, like, because a lot of this is obviously based on achievement. If PSG had won, like, say, the last 2 Champions Leagues, right, when they were saying, no one would be saying, oh, Neymar, it was a disaster move, it was wrong, he shouldn't have moved. They'd be like, yeah, he made the right decision. So it wouldn't be an issue. Obviously, he's won Liga ties, but no one cares about that, like top 6 league. No one has an issue with it, because would have had an issue because he would have won UCLs, potentially Ballon d'Ors, etc. They would say he made the right decision. So the hypothetical I'm saying is that we shouldn't necessarily assume that if Neymar stayed at Barcelona with Messi, that Barcelona would have still went on, given the cruxes in the rest of their team, i.e. their horrendous defense. We can't assume, what I'm saying, that like Barcelona would have gone on won on multiple Champions League titles with Neymar in their squad. Because personally, for me, I think PSG's squad in the last probably 3 years has been overall better than Barcelona's team. You'd agree. So he's had the tools, he's had the resources around him. Now he's got Messi as well. I just can't see, if it's purely based on silverware, and then on top of that, the fact that you now have your fellow, friend who's there who can you can play with and you can be happy with it. I don't see why Neymar now would be like, nah, you know what? I want to go back to a Barcelona side that is in the process of essentially a rebuilding phase, to have all the pressure and expectation on me to help deliver Barcelona a Champions League, when I can default, enjoy my, tacos or whatever, and then and let Messi basically and Di Maria and all the other ones, do their thing.
He's pretty much accepting the role of being a side chick.
Yeah. And the thing is, although we say this, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, because sometimes, like, it does.
No, for me,
it's a bad thing if you want to be determined as a goat. Go on.
No. For Griezmann, it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing, because that's what you are. But if you're Neymar, where you were supposed to be the next superstar, when you came onto the scene, it was like, okay, this is now going to be the next amazing Ballon d'Or winner player. This is the guy that's going to carry on the lineage of Romario, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Dino, and so forth. So if you go from there to now you accepting to be a side chick, and you're now begging a 35, 36-year-old Messi to come and save you, that's a downgrade. That's a failure. That's a disappointment.
But that's our perspective, though. I'm just thinking about it from like Neymar's mindset, because the impression I get from Neymar is like, it's he wants to live the life, he wants to have the comfort. Like, there's nothing, like, he's not like I'll be keeping a stack like Ronaldo, who will try and push for more challenges, will try and push himself, go to himself, etc. Like, that's not Neymar's. Well, I'm talking about him.
No, I didn't say anything.
I'm just saying, top, most international goals and currently going to one of the best leagues in the world, that type of thing. Also, Ballon d'Or, and where's Neymar's Ballon d'Or? Anyway.
Okay. So Priya, what do you stand with this whole Neymar fiasco, bro?
Is my mic good?
Yeah. Good. It's good. It's all good, bro.
Okay. See, it's tough, because you're saying, well, what if when I think if Neymar stayed at Barcelona, I don't know if Abdul could tell me, when Neymar left for PSG, how many years on his Barca contract did he have left? If he knows that, I don't know.
It was not long. It was 1 or 2, I think.
Yeah.
Did he buy himself out of his contract?
It was release clause.
Release clause. Oh, yeah.
That's what I remember. And I think, I'm like, if Neymar were to stay, he would have, Bartomeu would have been on his hands and knees, and he would have put him on $1 billion a week, and Barcelona would be even more in the gutter right now. So if Neymar was stayed, Barca would be in a way worse situation. So I think Neymar leaving ended up being kind of beneficial to Barcelona, because Bartomeu didn't get the chance to screw up another contract extension by giving him a crap ton of money. Now, when he went to PSG, it's tough, because I thought it was a good move, because I'm like, oh wow, this guy actually wants to get out of Messi's shadow and actually try to become like that guy. Like, he's trying to become the best player in the world. But then I didn't understand when I started watching games of him in Liga, and he's on the field just trying to do party tricks and like not trying to actually win games. And then and I think in the first 2 seasons he missed more games due to
His
injury than he
sister,
actually
sister.
played.
No,
Right?
it's not injury. Rafaela.
Rafaela, whatever
Rafaela.
whatever she did to him. And yeah, I just think in the end, unless he has a chance now to actually do something with Messi, right? Like they have a real Galactico squad, in my opinion, like top players. So this is his chance to kind of like at least save the deal. This is his chance to like.
But the issue you have here is why did he? Because remember, as Barcelona, he's already won the Champions League, but he won it with Messi. And when people think about that UCL victory, they think of MSN. They don't think of Neymar. And people just say it's MSN, but really it was really Messi, because Messi is always the guy that's just going to hog all the attention. So he wanted to go to PSG because I now because if PSG won it in those years, it would be like Neymar led us to victory.
Wait, just clarify. Does Neymar only have one Champions League title?
Yeah.
Si, señor. Yeah.
So are you telling me that Neymar has the same amount of CLs as Limo Lerner?
Yes.
And that could basically be like the end of careers. You're telling me you stack it up. Werner has
Timo could win a second. Timo could win.
And Timo could win a second.
Timo could.
And you're going to tell me that's not injustice. Timo could win.
If you allow Timo Limo Lerner to win another UCL before, I think that's when Neymar needs to retire. I think that's when Neymar needs to retire and take a kickback. But here, see, my point is that even if they win a UCL, that's where the whole Barca thing comes through. Because my thing is that if he was at Barcelona right now, this is what it should be. Even with all the issues they have, if Neymar was out there right now, this is what it should be, where it's now your team. There's no Messi. You've now taken over. And yes, the defense has issues, but if you give me Neymar, we're seeing what Memphis, Tennessee is freaking doing. We don't know what Frank de Jong is. Barca can do something.
But I don't think Neymar, he's that type of dude. I don't think he's an alpha like.
No.
I don't think we saw like he can't lead.
No. The point is, Neymar. Remember, Neymar is Brazilian. That's why Neymar knows that as a Brazilian, every Brazilian you want to play for Barcelona because of Romario, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho. Every Brazilian wants to be, hey man, I want to wear that famous number 10 shirt worn by my previous countryman or this girl. So there's always been that link between Barcelona and Brazilian stars. So for Neymar, his ideal scenario, PSG is not his ideal scenario. PSG is just, this is just an opportunity to do something new. But his ideal scenario in a perfect Disney Plus world is, Barcelona, I'm the guy. That's what I think that's what he wants. But the issue right there is, if you're looking at this image right here, see, this dude isn't the same dude that we saw like back in 2015. This dude right now is screw it, F it. So when people say, oh my gosh, Neymar can still do something, I'm like, no, he's finished, he's done. Neymar now is just a supplementary piece that could help PSG win something. But the guy who is the superstar and the Ballon d'Or guy in the face of football, that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed, sadly. And I'm sorry, like, based on what we were promised, you failed. You failed.
Yeah.
Like Neymar's greatest achievements can't be, I was part of MSN. What? No, you're supposed to be the next Dino, the next Rivaldo, the next Ronaldo.
He won the Olympics though, isn't it? And the other one, the Intercontinental Cup.
Puyo, can you
the Olympics. The Intercontinental Cup, wasn't it? So the trophies on it.
Puyo, what were you saying?
I was saying, yeah, it's funny because like obviously the Neymar it was the Neymar project at first when they signed Neymar, right? Like this is Neymar's chance to like lead, and I think the injuries didn't help him. Like you can't blame him on the injuries, but like even when he was active,
was he really injured? Was he? So you always get injured around the time of your sister's birthday. You really
I called them injuries because that's what they said, but we know what actually was.
Puya, no, Puya, don't ever believe what they put out, man. Okay, trust no one.
I know we know what he was actually up to. Yeah, we know what he's actually up to, but he was so-called injured. And it's funny because like PSG now, their chances of winning the CL are great, but like I think the moment they signed Messi, the Neymar show ended. The Neymar show is done. Like it's no longer Neymar's now one of. He's like the third guy in the pecking order at PSG now. It's Messi, it's Mbappe, and now it's him. From Neymar's perspective, that's a complete failure because he was supposed to carry this team by himself, but now he's third string in at PSG. He's third string in importance, which is pretty shameful to see him in this shape. Because I honestly thought like he could do something at PSG, but I don't know, the Brazilian guys and their mentality, Samba style, like he's Samba style.
But see, that's why I said like, no matter if PSG win the UCL right now, Neymar will hardly get the credit because I think, like
unless he has an amazing campaign, but like we can all agree objective. We can
the Messi fanboyism is too strong, man. It's too strong.
It depends on if he has the clutch moments.
We can agree that his move to PSG can be viewed as he wants to step into that Ronaldinho, like that role, and it's failed. It's failed. No. You know, I don't know.
Sorry, go on.
To KJ before, KJ, the PSG fan, but he tries to convince me that he hasn't failed at PSG, which I disagree with. But all in all, the fact that he begs for Messi to play with him now, it just goes to show it's been a failure. Because
I think it. Sorry, go on. To finish your point.
Yeah, because you wanted to leave Messi, and now you're begging for him to come back. Therefore, the plan has failed objectively. Like it's a non-negotiable. It can't be argued. You know what I mean? Because he chose to leave. He wasn't forced out. So
I think it's a bit like I wouldn't go to like, even though I'm bantering Neymar or not, I wouldn't go to the like complete extreme that like Neymar going to PSG has absolutely failed. He's been a Bayern Munich, etc. Especially like I still remember like the Champions League came last season. To be honest, I felt he bored more in the group stages, and especially against Bayern Munich than Mbappe did. And Mbappe had that great performance against Barcelona in the backyard. But to be honest,
has his goal not? I know he's not been a failure in terms of
but what I'm saying is that,
but has his mission not failed? Like his goal.
Let me just finish the point. I accept that. But what I'm saying is that like what we're doing as well is that we're making the assumption that if he had stayed at Barcelona, then things would have carried on the same way. I don't believe that, because let's be real. Part of the reasons why PSG have been, he's obviously had his injuries, and there have been a few like defensive issues, what have you. Nightmare in Paris, for example. So, but I don't necessarily think that you put Neymar on this Barcelona side and suddenly now they're now winning Champions League, etc. At the end of the day, PSG are more further as a team and as a club now than Barcelona are currently. So,
but that wasn't the point. Right? The point was that he left to get out Messi's shadow.
I know this is it. That's
pull him back. So that's been a failure.
Because see, the dilemma is, Redevil, you are right. PSG is a much better setup to win the Champions League than Barcelona. So if you just put Neymar in Barcelona right now, if they meet your boys Chelsea, Bayern, or so forth, they're getting gentrified. That's just a fact.
Wait, hold on. What did you say? Do you say if PSG face Chelsea, Bayern, they're going to get slapped?
As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
So, clarify
to yourself. Clarify in isolation. Clarify in isolation. Clarify in isolation. Clarify in isolation. I just want you to clarify.
Okay, just clarify in isolation. I want PSG was what you basically said. I want PSG.
Guys, live chat, ignore that nonsense this guy said. I didn't say anything. So my thing here is, for Neymar, I still believe that. Yeah, 100%. Even if you move, you're still going to get watched. But the issue, though, is if I'm Neymar, I would rather be in the Barcelona situation and hope that we can gain and get some players than be in the PSG situation, because there's nothing worse than doing something, making things happen, and not getting the credits that you deserve. Because I do believe that the moment that they hoisted Messi up on people's shoulders after miracle at Camp Nou, when Messi gave the penalty to Neymar in the critical time, I think, I really don't know, I've got to leave. I've got to be that free freaking dude. So, but at the end of the day, though, is that it's like, what does Neymar want? Because my thing, though, is even if you win any CLs you win right now, it's going to be the same as MSN. That this is the one with Messi. Then after we'll stick to, because if I know it's going to happen, but if in a crazy world he was to win a CL with Barcelona, bro, that would cement his legacy club-wise. He still needs to say what's up internationally, but that would cement his legacy right now, because as of right now, Neymar is at the point where anything you now win is non and void. As long as you stay at PSG, no one cares about Uber Eats. And if you win the UCL, we all know that no matter what you do with Neymar, Messi is going to be a factor, because Messi is Messi. So anything you do, all roads will still lead back to Messi. Suma says the podcast with Danny Zenj, keep it up, bitches. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the love, bro. Thank you for the love, bro. And what's it called? From Junior Aziz, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the dub. Pele was the cause of Neymar's underachievements. Hyped him up so much and put unnecessary pressure on him. Imagine Neymar without the hype. I disagree. Because my thing is, if you're that dude, hype or no hype, you deliver. Like, a good player is a good player. Bro, when we first saw Messi was hyped. When Messi scored that goal similar to Maradona in 86, we all said, oh, this is the next dude. So Messi was hyped from age 19, 20, 21, and so forth, and he delivered. So my thing is that if, let's say, the hype and the pressure is a cause for you not realizing what you were supposed to do, that's on you. Like, that dude we saw from Santos and the dude we saw in Emerson and so forth is a guy who you can say this and so forth, put whatever pressure on him. That's a guy who just has the gifts from God. He has the X factor. He has the skill. So just down to him and how he can execute. And I do feel that, I'll keep it real with you, football has suffered by Neymar not realizing his potential. Because as much as I clown him and I abuse him, we all know how good this guy is. And I've always said that I prefer Neymar's brand of football to Messi. Messi has been more successful. Messi has done more and achieved more and has a better career. But I just prefer how Neymar plays the game than Messi. Same thing with me. I prefer how Ronaldinho played the game to Messi. So I think that we have been sort of cheated in a way. Like, it has been unfortunate that as football fans, we've not been able to see Neymar be at the very top. Because, guys, let's keep it real. Neymar was supposed to win at least 1 or 2 Ballon d'Ors. And let's keep it real. Is Neymar ever going to win a Ballon d'Or? It's never happening.
He might. If he balls,
Red Devil.
No. Because there's a World Cup coming this year. So if he wins, if they ball,
with Richarlison, Fred,
with Gabigol,
Gabriel
Jesus.
No, with Thiago Silva and
Jesus,
Fabinho
and Firmino and all those freaking dudes as well, man. So.
Yeah, so even more so, the fact that if he does somehow drag Brazil to win a World Cup, that will overshadow. I think even if he doesn't win a UCL this year, but goes on and drags that Brazil team to win a World Cup, I think that will probably be enough for him to get a Ballon d'Or. Given what you said about how garbage in quote the Brazil team is, surely.
How much heavier will he be by then, though?
That's a question. Because look, man, let me come to Puya with this, man. So Puya, I need some insight. So look, Puya, why don't you want to give us Sane?
Because we believe in Sane. We believe in him.
But look, he's not played well and so forth. Why don't you swap? Okay, Puya, are you telling me that you wouldn't want to do a swap? Timo Werner flourished under Puya. Let me land. Let me at least sell the idea. Let me sell the idea. Timo Werner was world class under Nagelsmann. He was the top 3 strikers in the world under Nagelsmann. So what you'll get at Bayern is a world class striker under a man who knows how to use him. And you can just give us Leroy Sane, who, let's keep it real, has not been able to pop up for Bayern, because you can say, oh, he's going to happen, but it probably won't happen. Maybe it's just a bad fit. So why don't you, because this is a deal that works for you, because Nagelsmann doesn't know Sane, Nagelsmann knows Werner. So you take Werner and you are, Priya, I will put money down that Werner will be a world-class player for you. And you give us freaking Leroy Sane.
Say no.
We both win.
Say no.
Werner has a goal in the CL semi.
I'm doing on Red Devil. Yeah, I don't think your name is Puya. Puya,
when
can
I
you please
think
talk
of,
over these people, please? Thank
but
you.
when I think of, okay, I'm saying a big fat no to that deal. Like you
Whoa,
pass.
whoa, whoa,
Like
whoa, whoa, whoa.
big fat no, never happening. But
Why not?
how?
No, no, no,
Okay,
no.
but
You
tell me,
cannot say,
wait,
okay,
tell me,
why
tell
not?
me.
Why not?
But how does Sane fit into Chelsea's system? Like where? Like how? I don't understand where he would play under
Bro,
Tuchel.
he can put him anywhere. He can play. So what's it called? Chelsea play the two guys in behind Lukaku. He can be one of those two dudes over there very easily. Because I think Tuchel can be retrained to be inside one of those two attacking midfield roles. And but my thing is that Puya, I don't think you listen. Okay, I'll say it again. Maybe I'll say it. Maybe you didn't really hear me. I'll say it like slower.
All right.
Nagelsmann made Timo Werner a world-class player. So we are giving you a player who, under the manager you have, is going to give you world-class football. Doesn't that make sense? Wouldn't you rather have a player who is guaranteed to be world-class rather than a guy who we don't know whether Sane is going to be world-class or not under Nagelsmann?
Bro, Sane is 40 times better than Werner at the moment, and Sane is probably at the lowest point. Here's the thing with Sane. People forget he was out a whole year with a really, really bad ACL injury. And then the reason I think last season didn't pop off for him is I genuinely believe this guy thought the Bundesliga was going to be like a walk in the park. Like he was just going to be able to get the ball and dribble past whole teams. But when he came to the Bundesliga and he realized he was getting pressured, triple teamed, like
wait, but the thing that
completely
isn't, but people told me, and this now this doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up. People told me that the Bundesliga is more open. There's much more space, so therefore, and I know I watched the Bundesliga. It's a place that is perfect for young players because there's a lot of space. It's end to end, and it allows you to express yourself. So how hasn't Sane been able to pop off when he's been given far more space in a league that allows players like him to sort of flourish?
I think it's confidence because I think as with a winger of his skill, his speed and everything, I think coming off of a year layoff isn't exactly helpful. That's why I'm interested to see, this is like a sidetrack, how Ansu Fati comes back and everything from his old Barca mess with his injury. But I think he just needed, I think this year he's going to pop off. Trust me, he's going to pop off. Last year was his comeback. Like he needs to get into the swing of things. But I really think like the amount he's flopped is like overrated. Like how much he's actually flopped, if you know what I mean. Because I think a lot of people.
But let's keep it real.
He hasn't
okay,
been.
Flop. No. Okay, flop may be a big word, but second leg in Paris,
Yeah,
he had the opportunities.
That's the game. Yeah, that's the game. I remember it was like the 90th minute, and he could have squared an easy pass to Musiala to literally put us to win us the game, and he completely like scuffed. He scuffed the shot. I don't know what he was thinking. The problem with the Sane right now is, you know how wingers, you want a winger to, when they get the ball, you want them to know what they're going to do. They know they're going to take on a man. They know what their options are. Sane at the moment, he seems like when he gets the ball first, then he starts thinking. Then he's starting to try to come up with ideas. But that doesn't work in professional football because by the time you're thinking after you get the ball, you're getting pressed by three guys. And that doesn't work. But I think this season he's doing a lot better. Like he's actually playing a lot better. The two games he plays for Germany in the international, albeit it was against Liechtenstein, however the hell you say it, in Armenia.
Easy respect.
However you say Liechtenstein, whatever. He's been playing better. So I think the amount he's flopped is really, really overrated. He hasn't lived up to the hype, right? But he's going to show a lot of people. He's going to show up a lot of people this season. He's going to show up in the CL. He's going to show up, and by the end of the season, everyone's going to say, wow, this guy proved us wrong. This guy's actually legit. He's actually world class. And a final answer to your transfer proposal, no.
But yeah, I maybe I'll come back to you because maybe you haven't slept well or so forth. So I'll come back to you when you're like much more clear of the mind, because I think you would say yes though. So maybe I need to address.
Bro, we have Lewandowski. I don't understand why we don't need Werner.
No. He's a support striker. He plays off of the strikers. He plays next to Lewandowski. You're missing a guy who can guarantee 20 goals. What?
Play him off Lukaku.
No. He only works under Nagelsmann. That's the thing. Like basically,
okay.
You know, like how you buy the toys that say batteries. Like you need like an extra supplementary. His supplementary is Nagelsmann. With Nagelsmann, bro, you have a world-class player. Before all those, so 7625, he says, HH, please talk about the fact that the Man U game will not be broadcast in England because it's at 3 p.m. Chelsea will not be seen on telly. We'll address that.
We'll get there.
Wait,
is that true? That's actually
yes, it's true. It's true. Yes.
So right now,
wow.
they're gonna change. They're gonna change that. Trust me, I'm serious right now. Something's gonna change. Something's gonna change. But we will address that. Don't worry, I'll keep a note that I'll address that. MT says, Leroy, what's up? You wanted Bayern, right? Suffer. So guys, let me keep in mind, MT is a suffering PTSD City fan. So MT, before the CL final, MT said that City would wipe the floor with Chelsea, and Pep Guardiola will show why he's the greatest manager of all time, and Tuchel is trash. And he particularly said that Havertz is nothing but a young German pass merchant. This is what MT said. So guys,
he also said Ronaldo was definitely going to Man City.
He said yes. So he said he bets his life and his blood and the future generations of his family that Cristiano would sign for Man City. So this is what MT is about, man. So keep that in mind. Abdul, man, why do you think that Puye doesn't want Sane to come to the UCL winners, man? Why? When it's just not working out for him at Bayern? Or do you believe that Nagelsmann is going to turn Sane into the world-class player that he should be? Because Sane, when he pops off, he is one of the best players in his position.
Yeah, I have to be careful on what I say because, like...
Oh yeah. Wait, is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
I have to be careful when criticizing his tenure at Bayern because
it could get clipped. It could get clipped. This is what stuff happens because after you say he's trash, he's useless, then he drops a 3-piece and he makes PK gets memed like Langley starts to hang on to his that's everything that's so.
No, but that's why I gotta be careful.
Be honest, Abdul. Just be honest. Just speak your heart. Speak your heart, man.
And I'll tell you guys. Back in I think it was September, I have this group chat with some of my real life friends, and I told them that they're all United fans, and I told them I think Sane is gonna flop. Why? Why?
You say what? Sane is gonna flop. Continue.
No, change that. I can't.
No. But we said Sane is gonna flop. Continue.
Can you please change that?
Continue. Well, until you give back that UCL semi in 09. So that's the deal.
Yeah.
Continue. So you said Sane.
But I just don't. Sane, he just doesn't.
So it's like he doesn't want. Wait, stop. Just
say it. Just say it.
You keep losing your train of thought. Sane, he doesn't work. Continue.
You're taking the piss.
Continue. Look, we have people are listening and so forth. Please continue what you're saying. So Sane doesn't see.
He doesn't suit the style of play. I just don't think he suits the style of play. He's not when I think of a Bayern forward, I think of a player that's very, very clinical, very, very, very clinical. And Sane, I don't know, something about him. I knew he wasn't gonna be. Obviously, that could change, but I knew he wasn't gonna be instant success. But my friends, they told me, no, this guy was amazing at Man City. But it's very different. It's very different. With Leroy Sane, I watched him especially during the Euros. The Euros for Germany because he played for Germany. And one of the things that I noticed is he's kind of a lazy player. He doesn't, sometimes he doesn't look up. He doesn't press when he can press. Maybe it's a lack of confidence, but he seemed very lazy to me. But he has amazing skill and amazing talent. And with Nagelsmann now, they have the perfect coach for young up-and-coming players.
He needs a coach because basically it's that's where a coach comes in.
Exactly.
If Sterling did find Pep, what would Sterling have been? Yeah. If Xavi or Iniesta never find Pep, what would they have been? Yeah. If Mane or Salah did find a club, where would they have been?
I think honestly, the way Flick played and the thing that Flick demanded from his players, I just don't think it suited Sane. And I think also you gotta keep in mind he didn't play for a whole year prior to last season. So honestly speaking, I think in the perfect position at Bayern with a coach. He's a really talented player, and he's with a coach that is known for developing youth, a young coach himself. So I think he'll do good. But like, please, I'm praying, like, show some mercy on Tuesday, man. My mental health, it can't take another 8-2, man. It can't. You know.
You have Memphis.
But,
Memphis.
Sane, I think you. I don't know. It's tough to say because he's still a young player, but I think he'll do good under Nagelsmann. I think that his current manager is the perfect manager he could have at Bayern. And I don't think he should get anywhere near the London Blues CCL.
It's called Chelsea Football Club, the UCL winners, World Chelsea Football Club, the best club in the world currently. Red Devil, man, why can't Leroy Sané come to the UCL winners, man? Please explain.
I mean, for obvious reasons. I mean, first and foremost, Werner scored a clutch goal in a CL semi, like, you know, and has got a UCL. Something to be fair that Eden Hazard has not done. Let's be real. He's not done that in a UCL. He's not got a UCL. So you got to think about that level of, you know, capability. And Sane himself doesn't have a UCL either. So, you know, you've already got a player, in my opinion, that has shown in the biggest stages what he can do. And Chelsea can't afford to let those types of players go. At the very best, they've got to be in the squad. So Werner, like, you know, at best, he's in your starting 11, scoring goals, assisting, making runs. At worst, he's a squad player on the bench. But you can't exchange for Sane. That just can't happen. The other point that's important to make is that it's important to establish that, like, Chelsea have one of the best squads in Europe. So this is a squad that could, you know, easily go toe to toe with Bayern. I want Bayern and what have you, that type of thing. So, you know, why would you like just disrupt that, you know, potentially treble reaching squad? You wouldn't do that. You know, you just add to it. So that's what you have to do. It's no yawn. I'm speaking facts. Guy, Abdul. Yes, am I speaking facts here, aren't I? I'm speaking facts here. So the point,
straight
exactly, it's the truth. Look in the comments. I'm speaking facts. So the point I'm trying to make is that, like, on like a serious note, like, at the end of the day, Chelsea's squad is one of the best squads in Europe, compete, and whatever you say about Werner, he's part of that. And with Sane, the thing is that I think he's a talented player, but there are questions as to whether or not, you know, it was because of the system that Pep had, you know, or whether obviously it's his own individual ability. You're right. I think Nagelsmann, you know, the best place for him to be is with Nagelsmann, because Nagelsmann, you know, has coaching before, is obviously really good at coaching young players. So I don't think that necessarily that Thomas Tuchel would like push Sane, improve Sane in that capacity. And I just don't think he would currently work in Chelsea's system right now, unlike, you know, Wimo Werner. So, you know, in summary, no, I think right now we need to just see how Nagelsmann coaches and manages Sane, and hopefully he'll do the business at Bayern Munich. But, you know, I have a few questions as to whether it was just Pep's system that, you know, that he was able to exploit Sane. You know, if that makes any sense.
Just if
I want Bayern, by the way. I want Bayern.
I never said that.
Who would you rather have, Ziyech or Sane? Who would you rather have, Ziyech or Sane?
Both.
No, one.
I know. My answer is both. So I know, but I know both. I mean, so yeah, I would rather have both. There you go. So from your boy Detroit's Rock City, thank you for the dub. Detroit Rock City Super Chat says, "Relax, HH, with that Timo nonsense. Sane will ball." Detroit Rock City. Last I checked, you're not Nostradamus. Last I checked, you can't see the future. And I'm trying to help you as a Bayern fan. I'm actually trying to suck. I shouldn't actually be doing this. Because you are a potential rival for the UCL. You're a potential rival, so I shouldn't be doing this. So you should be like, oh, HH.
But why would you give a potential rival a recent Champions League winner? It's just a recent Champions League winner with a goal in Serie.
Because Rock City, I'm giving you the keys to you potentially winning the UCL. Like, if you get Werner, you are guaranteed the UCL. Because this is a player who I can bet my blood he will ball under Nagelsmann. Blood!
Like he's balling under, obviously, Tuchel.
No. Blood. So, Puya, I'm sorry. You are missing out on a guy who will guarantee minimum 30 Gs. Minimum 30 Gs. With Lewandowski, what? My God. From Suleiman says, HH, 8-2 doesn't hurt. Bayern took my soul that day, man. Puya, I mean, before we move to the next one, Puya, why did your club do that to Barcelona Football Club? Can you please explain?
It doesn't count, by the way. No fans.
You know,
It
it's
doesn't count.
just we were coming off the COVID ban on football, and the players
You're blaming COVID?
they were sexually frustrated, you know. And
Whoa!
so they decided to get them.
The hell?
But Puya, but
Man.
does it count? But does it count? Does they?
So they
count?
decided to R-word them. And
Theo, rape is illegal. Rape is illegal.
Whoa,
I'm just putting that there.
goddamn.
It doesn't count. Were there any fans in the stands, by the way?
no, but
No.
it doesn't matter.
So
8-2. 8-2. It doesn't matter if there's no.
No
If it
fans.
was under, I don't understand that you say
It
COVID
was,
seal.
it was like
if this was
Wait, hold on. Wait,
it was
I'm gonna share
like
this,
a
man.
moon landing. It was staged, you know, moon landing. Nobody saw.
no, if this was
Wow.
a normal CL, Barca fan, I can't believe they say this COVID CL. If it was under 2 legs, we could have hit 16, 17
Forget
goals.
that
Like,
COVID seal. Get
Get
that
forget
COVID
that
seal
nonsense,
out
man.
of here, bro. Do Barca fans, you guys really wanted to be the first team to concede 16 goals in the knockout stages? Like, no,
It wouldn't have happened with fans in the stands. You can't.
Of course it would have. You guys would have been
No, it
embarrassed in front of your own fans.
To be honest, I actually think the Liverpool loss was worse, in my opinion, because it was just the manner in which you guys lost that game.
No,
At the end of,
8-2.
Yeah, 8-2.
Eight.
Because it was a one-off game.
How are you counting a game in the CL played in August? Who plays CL
8.
in August?
No. Do you know who counts it? Wikipedia.
Nah,
That's who
August
counts
tax.
it.
August tax. We just came back from holidays.
Look, we need to stop with all this. We can't have tax for everything.
Just read.
So basically, like, if let's say Messi drops like a 5 piece, they say, I don't know, Messi tax, man. Messi tax. You can't have tax for everything, man. Let's reread this. This was sent by your boy Natsaman. So Sergio Aguero opened up about Barcelona training sessions. At City, we arrived an hour and a half before training. Here, half an hour before. I said, well, I'll come in at least an hour before and try and go to the gym and do some things. But nobody was there. It was all shot.
That's shocking.
It gets better.
So why would you want to come an hour and a
It
half?
gets better, my friend. Look, Abdul, look, it gets better. Chill. No, don't relax. Let's get better. Yeah, it gets better.
Oh my god.
Man, trying to live, guys. Trying to survive, man. You know, I can't blame them, man. You know, every little helps, man. Every little helps.
Expensive.
It's expensive, man. Exactly.
It's expensive.
Come on, allow it. You know, where's the Barca charity fund? You know, like
they need to pay.
GoFundMe.
They need to pay the ooze.
Yeah, GoFundMe Barca page, man. So like up to a certain amount of money, you know.
Your wise kid, shout out, man. I actually listened to some of that YG, man. Impressive. I mean, not so my thing, but some very impressive pieces. It was first time I listened to YG, man. So yeah, thanks for that recommendation, man. And what Puya meant was moving on very swiftly. We're moving on very swiftly. From your way, Chris Cole.
Oh my god, tag.
You see, someone needs to solve this whole tax thing. Someone needs to put you can't have a tax for everything. Okay, so I'm not allowing Kiki Setien tax. I'm not. But you know what's the tax? There's a thing called ref tax. That's ordinary use of salary. That is ref tax.
Oh, come on. No.
Wait.
No.
What do you mean by no? Okay.
No.
Jokes apart. What do you mean by come on? Like, Abdul knows. Every Barca fan knows that. That's ref.
Actually,
like, they paid the ref.
To be fair,
Abdul, it doesn't count. You only have two. You only have one treble. That treble literally doesn't count. You paid the ref. The game is null and void. The game is null and void. The game is null and void. It doesn't count. How many
trebles do you have? Wikipedia doesn't.
I don't care about Wikipedia. I don't care. For this instance, I don't care about Wikipedia. That doesn't count.
And when is
But
it?
it's called ref tax. You can't be the ref.
That penalty in the UCL final though in 2012 wasn't a penalty though, if according to ref tax. So it's a bit dubious.
Wait, 2012?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Which penalty? Wait, which penalty in 2012?
You had a penalty. You had a Oh, sorry. No, I was saying the penalty that Robin had. No, the opposite actually. So Robin missed the penalty in the 2012 UCL final, didn't he? So yeah, that wasn't a penalty.
I think he messed up trying to.
Yeah. I'll take the
When I'm telling you, when I tell you,
I'll take that lead level.
That Rona really has maybe messed.
COVID-19 tax. COVID-19.
Oh man.
I want no parts of that thing, man. Wait, Abdul, what you said?
No, I'm just saying, when I tell you it wasn't rigged, I'm telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, you know?
Don't steal my Twitter. Okay, let's talk about an actual UCL winner, man. Let's actually talk about a champion here. So Chelsea fans unite. Chelsea fans, there is a cause for concern. Chelsea fans, we have a cause for concern. Antonio Rudiger is going to be a free agent next summer. He's one of the most informed defenders on the planet.
Yep.
And he's all right. He's an all right defender. He's pretty good, But the thing though is he is stalling on signing a new contract. And this is worrying because I want continuity, and I want a guy who. And I want Chelsea to have a team similar to what Real Madrid had from 2014 to 2017. Continuity, because I want to defend the UCL title. I want that Champions League. I need that Champions League. And for me to get that Champions League, I want every single player who was part of this UCL win to be there right now. So this isn't good. But I want to now look at this in a more psychological test. So I want to confess to Red Devils. I want to confess to Abdul here. So, Abdul, why do you think Rudiger would not want to sign a contract with the best team in the world who are also UCL champions? And why would he want to join either a Real Madrid or Bayern, who simply are not of the level of Chelsea, who are right now one of the most respected clubs on the planet? Please explain the logic.
First of all, I don't think he would want to join Bayern because Bayern outside of Germany have the reach and the size of a Napoli. Let's be honest.
Damn.
Yeah. And it makes a lot of sense why he wants to leave a club that has the same amount of league titles as Sunderland. You know what I mean?
Abdul, as a Barca fan, don't be slick, bro. I have so much ammunition against. I'm controlling the. Okay, continue. All right, okay, so we're going to play that game. All right,
respect Sunderland, man. Respect Sunderland. Yeah, try it.
Let's see. Messi.
It's facts.
Tears. 2012. Chelsea. Let's see.
No, I only speak facts. You know what I mean? So.
I know. No. I know facts. No, continue. So what are you saying? No, continue. What are you saying?
Nah, honestly, I don't get it. I think he wants to think. I think he's using Chelsea as what they are. I think he's using them as a stepping stone, to bigger and better things. And let's be honest, no matter what happens, Chelsea prior to 2003, Blackburn Rovers, you know what I mean?
Why can't we deal it? Why do you live in the past? Are you Martin McFly?
No, but he wants to join a club that has a history, that has tradition, that's not based on mafia tax. You know what I
mean? From a fellow Barcelona fan. So please, maybe I have to be get out of the group. So no, don't worry, no, let him talk. Let him talk, man. Let him talk. Let him talk slick. Let him talk slick, man.
No,
let him talk slick.
In all honesty, all jokes aside, I don't understand. I think he's gonna resign because the trust that Thomas has showed him. Because I remember he was linked to Barca under your homeboy. What's his name? Francisco. Francisco. What's his Francisco?
The evil emperor Francisco Lampadino.
Yeah, Francisco Lampadino.
Yeah. The fourth.
He used to be linked to Barca because he was he was bummed out of the team, and like he was playing Zuma every game. So I think he is more than happy. Like I can't imagine why he would want to leave. Like he's considered one of the best defenders in the world currently under Thomas, and makes no sense why he would want to leave unless you're not offering him good money.
But I mean, should this always be about money though? That's the thing. Should it always be about because yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, you want to be paid what you deserved and so, but sometimes it should be about trophies. It should be about legacy. It should be about prestige.
He brings honestly. I saw somebody in the chat say Christensen is more important for Chelsea. The reason why I disagree is because Rudiger, he brings a different element. He's a villain. He brings this. He's like a villain in the defense. You know what I do? You know what I mean? That would leave a shoulder on KDB and break his cheekbone. You know what I mean?
God damn, yeah.
Not many players would do that, and he strikes fear into play. He's like a B-Tech Ramos. You know what I mean? Just 100 times worse.
What was it called?
But yeah, I don't see why he would want to leave. Like I think he is flourishing under Thomas.
Puya, talk to me. Really good, man.
Personally, I think first of all it might be because of the money. Because think about like when he signed for Chelsea, he wasn't unknown, but like he wasn't a world beater. You know what I mean? So he probably wasn't put on a big money contract. You know, so I'm guessing the problem is with the money. But I don't see why he wouldn't want to. Why would he want to leave? I don't really see why he would want to leave because he was like Abdul said.
I mean, what I'll say that if I was to play devil's advocate, it's one of those things of where, and that's the issue of Real Madrid and Barcelona, that even if you're at a club that are winning trophies and so forth, the whole historical aspect, prestige aspect, and so forth weighs very heavily. So be like, oh no, everything's good here at this club, but this club isn't Real Madrid because of their history. It is Barcelona because of their history and so forth. So that could be the thing.
Yeah, but like, I feel like he's not in depth to Chelsea. You know, like he doesn't have to stay. But like I don't understand why he want to leave because he's a guaranteed starter at Chelsea. He's gonna play every game unless he's injured. You know. You guys are the CL champions. Like, why'd you want to leave the CL champions? I think you guys are probably one of the favorites for the league.
Easy. We'll relax. You don't need to see. We're just trying to live. We're just trying to live.
All right. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's probably the money, but like, if I'm Rudiger, I stay because that's the club that trusted you. Well, under Frank, he was an outcast, yeah, but under Tuchel, and it looks like Tuchel's gonna have many years of success at Chelsea. The way he runs everything, he's gonna be
not without COVID. Not without COVID.
Okay, whatever. But they're strong. Chelsea is 40, 50, 100 times stronger than they were right now than under Frank. That's what I'm trying to get at. And why would you? I can only see Chelsea getting better, to be honest. Like I think once they get rid of Jorginho and replace a real midfielder with him, the team is gonna become really complete. And I think Chelsea is only like going up, so I don't understand why he'd want to change.
No, if this is true, Rudiger has to go in with a gun.
Yeah, see what I mean? He wasn't put on.
He's going to go to Marino's office with a gun. If Werner is on 200k and Rudiger's on 100k, then yeah, he should go in with. See now, that's messed up. If that is true, that is messed up. That is messed up. And also, Cho, if he's getting paid less than Cho and Werner, oh no. You see, that's a mess. That's a mess. Dare I say that's even near racism? You know, that's what was near racism. Red Devil, talk to me, Rudiger, man.
So just to clarify, like, is he going into his final year now?
Yeah. So basically, he'll be a free agent next summer.
Free agent next summer. Okay. So obviously that makes it's interesting because you know, players can obviously negotiate with other clubs from January.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I don't think that he will push to sign for an extension like right now. I think what he'll do is he'll see what the offers are. And to be honest, if you're looking at like Real Madrid right now, Real Madrid could potentially say, listen, guys, like we can sign Mbappe on a free, Pogba on a free, and now Rudiger on a free. We could do what PSG sort of did this transfer window for us if we kind of push our thing. You know, they could do that.
Next summer's going to be crazy, man. Next
summer's
going to be crazy.
So if Madrid, and the thing is, like, when you look at Madrid right now, you're like, actually, I can see how that works. You know, they can obviously won't pay transfer fees for either of those players. They have the money for the wages, you know, and obviously, likes of Pogba and Mbappe have at least said that they're in one way or another they are interested in playing for Madrid. I wouldn't be surprised if, Madrid came around and said, listen, we're short of like centre backs right now, like, you know, top quality, world class centre backs. Let's be real, they are. You know, Rudiger is one of the up and coming centre backs, and we can sign him for free. Why not? You know what I mean? So really, it just comes to whether he like is settled in Chelsea, whether he wants to continue, whether he's comfortable, etc. You know, all those other variables, you know, family and stuff like that as well. Because if a Madrid were to come knocking, maybe a PSG possibly were to come knocking, but I would definitely say Madrid. I think Rudiger's going to go, man. You know, and I don't know. I just see Real Madrid with a lot of players going to basically leaving for free at the end of the summer. I just see Real Madrid doing a madness next summer.
But do you know why that's dangerous? That's why Rudiger has to be very careful. Remember, Rudiger, when we were under the Emperor Francisco Lampardino, his career was heading nowhere. You were just like a guy, an outcast, nothing. Tuchel got you from the crypt, from the depths, and now you're in a very good situation. So you've got to be very careful, because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm now highly touted, highly rated. People now want to give me based on how well I play, because basically he's one of the best performing defenders out there. So if you're like, oh no, I'm feeling myself so for Real Madrid, blah blah. You now go to Real Madrid, a different system, different surroundings. It doesn't work out. Chelsea now have a replacement for you. You could now be like, where am I now? Because you're at Chelsea where you have a guaranteed starting spot. You are part of the spine of the team, and this is a young team that's going places. So you've got to be very risky, because people say if there's anything you want to bet on, you want to bet on yourself. Yeah. You want to bet on yourself. Sometimes football is a very tricky thing. You can bet on yourself and you can do the best thing, but it just doesn't work out. So he's got to be careful.
So to be fair, HH, everything that you've just said applies pretty much directly, positively to Eden Hazard. Right?
In what sense? Wait. Before you answer that, let me bring in Casey. Let me bring in your boy Casey. He says Chelsea FC got big after Roman the Thug destroyed Russian working class to win one CL. They have fewer leagues than Sunderland, also no treble. So guys, Casey is a Barcelona fan. Casey, I hope you will be available come Tuesday night, specifically around 10:30, if you guys get Lara Crofted. Secondly speaking, Casey, didn't your club lose to Roma 4-1? Didn't your club lose to Liverpool 4-0?
No.
Didn't you? Wait. Let me land. Didn't your club lose 8-2 in a single game to Bayern? Didn't your club lose one of your greatest players of all time due to a technicality? Isn't your club's main striker a dude called Braithwaite? Don't you still have Longley and Piqué on your books, Casey? You're dealing with the UCL winners, Casey. I want you to Casey. I want you to speak to me with some damn freaking respect. Okay, you're talking to a Champions League winner.
When did you become a Chelsea fan? When did you become a Chelsea fan?
Do you want me to show you my jersey?
It was post 2003, right?
Post 2003.
Post the Mafia takeover, right?
I'll show you I'll show you my jersey from 2000.
No Photoshop.
Bro, you want to show you the jersey?
Yeah.
Show it.
He was obviously a Chelsea fan before the whole thing, because that's why his hatred of United comes from. Because he was watching when United were winning all the time and stuff like that, and he told his origin story. I hated United, blah blah.
And also, because I know Red Devil is an old man, so Red Devil is probably like around my age, so Red Devil can verify, and I'm sure guys in the live chats can verify this as well. Let me give myself the big screen. This right here is a jersey from 2000, 2001, and also
you told me you bought this 2 years ago.
So ugly.
Puya, relax, because this is a thing of beauty. And this is because where's the thing that shouldn't say like this is an actual. This is not a replica. This is from the actual store. This is from the actual store, fully official jersey from old 2000, 2001. This was during the days of Ken Bates. During the days of Ken Bates, okay.
But didn't
right.
I swear you did an unboxing of this like recently though?
To be honest, I actually prefer the previous badge. I don't like the new modern Chelsea badge.
Oh no, this was
YSK eBay tax.
So that's to prove any nonsense, man. So let me.
Do you want me to finish my point, HH, about?
Okay, wait. Let me just take this job and I'll go back to. So Suleiman says, if you ever feel worthless, remember luck. Suleiman is a suffering Barca fan, man.
That's harsh.
So Casey says, PK has 4 times the CLs as Chelsea. Casey, hold it right there. Casey, let me show you this though. Let me show you this. I think you will like this though. Let me show you this.
You have 1 CL.
Let me show you. I want to know whether you recognize this dude, because I don't know, because maybe you guys can help me whether you can recognize this dude, man. Casey, do you know who this guy is by any chance? Do you know who that guy is holding on to the prodigy? Do you know who that is?
Is that the guy who flopped in the Euros?
Is that the guy who had 0 goals in the Euros?
No, no. It's the guy that dropped a 3-piece in this game. It's a guy that's dropped a 3-piece in your own crib at this freaking game.
Wait, do you see in the background like empty stands? It doesn't count.
Wikipedia counts it, so there you go.
Where do you see the fans?
So Red Devil, what was your point? Yes, sire.
So obviously at the end I was just saying that your description perfectly fits a one Eden Hazard. And so my advice would be like, at the end of the day, like if that's the risk he wants to take to play, Real Madrid, he'll take it. Much like obviously Eden Hazard did for Chelsea, and it didn't work. Well, I can't say it didn't work because this is his first official season going in so far. So he can still ball, making his debut this season. But I'm just saying that, like in theory anyway, there's always going to be a risk it might not actually work, but it can go for free. And to be honest, like I said, Madrid. I mean, I think I saw in the comments, and I was even thinking about it. Like, if Madrid can sign Mbappe, Pogba, and Rudiger for free, think of the money that they'll have in transfer fees to even potentially get a Haaland. Can you imagine a Haaland? Can you imagine a Haaland, Mbappe, Pogba, and Rudiger like all signing for like
in one
transfer window? It'll be absolute, but it's possible because
would that be better than PSG's? I think that'd be better than no, never mind.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Oh no! Continue. No, I'm just looking at this wage structure. I'm going to share the screen very soon.
Yeah, it's got to be. When most of those players, you don't have to pay a transfer fee and just wages. I don't think Mbappe or Haaland or Pogba's wages are going to be as high as say Neymar or Messi. No, I think it's definitely be a good deal for them. Oh yeah, someone said that Kepa is paid more than Rudiger, which I find.
Why is Ben Chilwell on that much? Ben Chilwell.
So where's Rudiger now? Where's Rudiger?
Oh. Wow.
So Marcos Alonso gets paid more than Rudiger. Wait,
is Jorge Luis? Is that Jorginho? Jorge Luis.
That's got to be Jorginho.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, what Rudiger has showed is that
Timo Werner is the third best paid
player at Chelsea Football Club, man. This is why you can't sell it.
I don't care what anyone says. Say what you want. This is what you call white privilege. If anybody was to say
Oh
this
my
is
God.
white privilege, I know. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. White
The two guys above him are
privilege.
black.
But the two top earners are black though. So
No. Lukaku. Do you saw what Lukaku did for Inter Milan last season?
what's he done in
And-
the CL? What's he done in the CL? What's he done in the CL?
Can I land? Wait, can I land? You saw what Lukaku did last season, and he's Belgium's highest top scorer of all time. Don't even talk to me about N'Golo Kante. What's that brainless buffoon doing third, getting paid 2,000?
I just,
How?
I agree with that, but like
He has a goal in the UCL semi, man.
Red Devil. You gotta understand when you signed Timo, he was classed as one of the best strikers, up and coming strikers in the world, and Rudiger didn't have a big name. That's the difference, and I see why. Like I understand why he's doing this with his contract because he wants, by running his contract down, he can negotiate a higher price because there's going to be more clubs in for him.
Exactly.
But one thing I'll say is what this whole thing with Rudiger proves is that because every one of us knew that when Thomas came in and took the job, we knew he loved Rudiger because he wanted him at PSG. So it just goes to show, like, when you have a manager that believes in you and rates you, it can elevate you so highly, like so highly.
Wow, Mason Mount's on 88,000, man.
Respect Mount. He has an assist in a CL semi, man.
How is Ziyech only on 5 mil? It doesn't make sense.
Ziyech has been injured or come on, like allow Ziyech.
No,
He's been injured.
but it doesn't matter. Like when they bought him, that's the contract when they bought him. You know.
I mean,
Well, he was wasn't he?
And 72,000. What the fuck? That's no.
No,
No.
respect.
A lot of money.
No.
That's so
I
much
need
money.
to.
That's more.
I
Isn't
need
that more than what Son's getting?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we're also saying. I mean, that's just messed up. The sooner that dude gets taken out, the better, man. All right, so let's keep things moving, man. Let's just get this out of here.
Wait,
as
one
soon
more
as
thing
possible.
on Rudiger. One more thing.
Yes,
on
sir. Yes, sir.
Would he have to go to a team that plays 3 in the back? Because he's a lot more effective in a 3 in the back.
That was the point I was making to Red Devil. That's okay. You go to Real Madrid and you go back to a back four. Are you going to be as good in a back four as you are in this back 3/back 5? That's it, because you have to always be very wary and know that, okay, like what works best for me, you know. So
Do you think Rudiger would be the same player without Kante and J5 tech?
there and without being in that 3, I don't know. Because
Like
when he was playing in a back 4 at Roma, he was a little sketchy.
This is why But I'm saying at the end of the day, HH, you know, like Eden Hazard, same thing. So at the end of the day, like
Red Devil.
some people just take the risk. People just need to take the risk.
Devil.
That's all.
You
I'm just
isolation
saying.
merchants. You isolation merchants, Red Devil.
Isolation merchants. Just take the risk. Is what I'm saying.
Jesse Lingard.
But J
J Links. So we're hearing that Lingard has rejected a contract. So how long does he have on his contract?
No, he's going to his final year, so he could also go for free at the end of the
Going
season.
on his final year. So he's rejected the contract, and what I was reading was that he wants assurances of how much he's going to be getting. So, because I'm just pulling up their wage structure right now. If I can get rid of this mother freaking ads, man. So, in your view, do you get why Jesse Lingard is doing what he's doing?
To be honest, I thought he was going to be sold in the transfer window because we don't have the, like, for me, he's surplus to requirements right now. Like there's enough in the squad now. Say, we don't necessarily need Jesse Lingard. So to be honest, I thought that we were going to sell him to, ideally in an ideal world, we would have said, okay, West Ham, you can take Lingard, we'll give you maybe 40, 50 million, and then we'll Declan Rice as well. That's ideally what I want to see, because at least you have a proper holding midfielder DM there. But that didn't happen. But for me, yeah, he's surplus to requirements. He's a good player, no doubt. But right now, within the positions at Manchester United, he's surplus to requirements. Like, there's no way he can fit. So him asking for more assurance of playing time.
Damn! 75. Wow.
And so yeah, he's like you got to understand, like these guys are he's an academy player, he's an academy graduate. So like these guys aren't like it's not like you signed.
Well,
like
he's the same answer as Greenwood. Greenwood is more the guy, but look at he's 28 still.
Yeah,
28 and 75.
But he didn't really start. He didn't really start popping off, to be honest, until probably maybe like the latter end of Van Gaal's second season, and then he did fairly well under Jose. You know, so it's been fairly recent, and you know the guy still looks young, so allow it. But I don't know, like I just think that he's not gonna. We've got too many players in that similar position. What's up?
So you get paid 250,000 a week, and that's the trash you eat for dinner.
You know, like everyone takes risks. I still think Martial is a better player than Timo Werner, in my opinion. You know, so in my opinion, anyway. You know, so but you know, it is what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, by the way,
I'm not sure about the Ronaldo fee. The Ronaldo fee is still subject. It's not as high as 510. It's something like 400. That's still subject. People are like, it's like no, it's about 400.
Red. You want to hear a crazy fact?
I've already heard your crazy fact in DM. So like, so chill, Abdul. Chill.
De Gea and Pogba, they earn more money than the whole Villarreal squad like together, bro.
That is fair. That is you know I could that for me that makes sense. You know, like because you know United are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and so generate considerably more revenue than Villarreal do. You know what I mean? You know that's the problem, though. You know,
it's because see, look, Jesse Lingard he should have never even left West Ham. He should have realized
he was on loan. He was on loan.
So, okay, cool. He was on loan. I mean, so I think. So what should? See now, what happens now? Then can he go back to West Ham?
No.
Because if he runs down his contract and he's a free agent,
no, he'll do what it's the same thing with Pogba and Mbappe. All these like the common thing that Lingard, Pogba, and Mbappe probably really can notice is that logically, and I said this how many times, I'm like, at the end of the day, they'll wait till January. Because in January, that is when you know you are free to speak to and negotiate with multiple different. So it makes sense that you can say, right, okay, what are the offers that are coming in? I remember even Atletico Madrid had an interest, for example, in Jesse Lingard. So you sit down, see all the different options available, and then if they're all garbage or if the wages that they're offering are subpar, then you then think, okay, I'm not getting options. I'll have an extension at United and chill or whatever because family and various things. So that's what's going to happen. You know. He's not going to get, I can guarantee he's not going to get the game time at United. And in January, he'll sit with multiple clubs, you know, West Ham, maybe Leicester, for example, possibly, like I said, Atletico and a few others that sees the team there. And, you know, make an arrangement.
Okay, I'm just looking at the live chat here. People say that I should be addressing the wages of Sancho.
I don't think that's accurate because there's no way he's on 350. No way.
No, he's not on. See, some of these things are spewed because I know that they've even said even the Ronaldo figure that is like is definitely wrong. So that's a speculative thing.
I mean,
so it's more.
I've never heard of sportsrack.com whether they're reputable, but
I think it's estimates. I think it's estimates.
Yeah. Because again, it's like how would you be able to? It's like when we looked at that Barcelona wage thing and so forth, and we're like, Griezmann is on that much.
Yeah.
This stuff is confidential. So and nothing because obviously like there is no legal requirements for them to make their wages public. So how would people be given this information as to how much guys are earning and so forth when this stuff is only known via very few people and so forth, unless someone intentionally leaks it, you know? So
can you go on the Barca one now?
All
right, let me try and look at the last one. But wait, double waiting.
No, I was just saying that, like, you know, United are wanting to make Paul Pogba the most first or second most paid player at United with the new contract as well, which was touted to be somewhere around 350 to 375. So I highly doubt that United offering new contract to Pogba would put him down, would make him just the fourth or fifth best paid player at United behind Varane or Sancho. That doesn't make any sense. So, but anyway.
Wait, why does this only have EPL teams, man?
Well, go up, scroll up. And then when it says soccer, maybe there's a scroll down, soccer.
Yeah, they so the EPL, MLS, and
Oh,
thing.
yeah, they only have EPL.
All right,
Oh, it's American website. Okay.
yeah, it's
Like,
American.
sorry, no disrespect to
Probably
the.
not too loud.
Maybe it's dollars. That's why it's dollars. It's dollars. That's what it's dollars. The conversion. Okay, I get it.
Now, I don't know whether this has been updated or not, man, but this is what I found here, man. So let me bring up the Barcelona one, man. Where are we at? Share screen, Chrome tab, Barcelona wages. Because it's another thing. I think is Griezmann still being paid? Is it because it's a loan?
No. They took everything.
So Atletico are not paying this
Yeah,
wage then.
I think he took a wage cut.
So 406 Coutinho, 271, 270. But look,
But those the Busquets and Alba and Busquets and Alba and Piqué, they're not, and Berto, they're not reliable anymore because they all took pay cuts, and you know that.
but
Obviously, this does include Messi's, million or pounds a year he was getting.
Okay,
as well.
guys. Now, guys, can we just please be honest and transparent here? If you're Umtiti and you're on 212,000 a week, why the bloody hell are you going to take a wage cut? Why? If I was to win I'm on 212,000 a week and I've been on this for a while, and you want me to take a wage cut? Are you high?
Because he doesn't play.
To be honest, I'm surprised that what's his name, Pjanic.
He should have some dignity, bro. Like, I know you've been given this contract, but you're not working. You're not contributing to this.
No. That's not my issue.
Abdul,
you gave me the freaking contract, bro. So it's your fault.
I know he does. I know he has the right, but morally, like, why is PK? Why is Alba? Why is Busquets taking pay cuts? Because they aren't forced either, and they play as well. But for someone like him, sitting on the bench every game because you're not good enough, because every time you're on, you're making a mistake. Like, don't you have doesn't it feel wrong that this club is struggling to maintain?
Abdul, why is Pjanic on 271?
But he's not anymore. He just went on loan and he took a 60% wage cut, bro.
Okay, but he was given. But the point is, my point is that he was given that contract with Bartomeu. So the same argument, can be said for Titi is the point. So that's basically what we're saying.
Pjanic took a wage cut, so respect to him.
What, a wage cut? You mean going on loan?
No, he took a 60% wage cut to be able to go on loan.
Okay, so presumably he wants to. So the point is that he presumably wants to play.
Yeah,
where did he go to loan to? What, Juventus or something? Where's he gone loan to?
Istanbul.
Oh, Istanbul.
Yeah.
So the point is that potentially Titi's like, listen, I want to stay at Barcelona. I want to sort of yes, you can make the argument that he's on the bench, he's doing whatever, but he still presumably wants to be at Barcelona. Has Barcelona even tried to negotiate or put in place a loan move for from Titi, for example? Where they might, for example, cut his wages.
Yeah.
Have they tried to do that?
Yeah, he doesn't want to leave.
No, but have they tried to do that? Because I've not seen them.
Yes.
Actually, no.
Okay.
Let's actually bring this up. This is interesting. I want us to talk about this.
Yeah, because I think it's very easy to point the finger because but when you really dig deep like these, you've been offered to leave and play football, and we will still pay half your. He doesn't want to do that, and you're not playing here. So why are you staying here?
Because the money is good. It's a good deal, and he can still
get the same money. It's just 50-50. They pay half, we pay half. But he doesn't want to do it. He want to stay at the club. But he doesn't get played.
So wait. So from bombast to blasphemous. Let's actually. So he says Sabitzer turned down United, Spurs, and Arsenal wages because he wanted Bayern. There are still players with standards.
I don't believe that.
Well, that's weird because Sabitzer is we found out after he signed for Bayern, he's a lifelong Bayern fan, not since he's a kid.
And honestly, even beyond that though is he knows that I go to Bayern, I am guaranteed trophies. It's pretty good money, both some guaranteed trophies. United, also with Cristiano, who knows, but we'll get there. Spurs, that is Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Basically, that's Peter Parker. Cobwebs. That's Cobwebs FC.
They have an Audi Cup.
Cobwebs FC. Arsenal, they're currently bottom of the table. Also called 9 goals conceded 0. So He's
relegation battle.
Yeah, but again, so my thing is that like it's you can either okay, it's a standards thing and so forth. But Bombers, I already have my view on the fact of how Bayern are cannibalizing the Bundesliga. Where it's no fault of Bayern, but let's keep it real. It's looking a bit funny the way Bayern are literally taking the manager and players from their rivals and pretty much saying what's up over them. And so, but no, look, if I'm a player, and that's an interesting question. If you're a player, and let's say Arsenal are offering you 200,000 a week, and Bayern are offering you 110,000 a week, I'm taking Bayern.
But it depends, because it depends on how you're brought up and what you value the most. Because like, let's be honest, if you're brought up in the favelas, look, these Brazilian players, they're coming from the favelas, they're always going to value money over anything else. You know what I mean? But if you're brought up where football, like when you haven't had to focus on like a poor family and money, and you just had to focus on your football and your dream team, I think that's a different combo. Like your view on life might be different where, you know what, I'll settle for less money, but I'll be happy doing what I love.
Oh, come on. We've got to be a bit like, let's not be to be self-righteous, because let's be real. Like clubs, owners, and all these things, when they're busy shelling out so many young players on loan, making money from things, they're just as consumed with making as much money as possible as like players. Like, and I'm sure players themselves now know, listen, at the end of the day, I'm a commodity. Okay, it's not. Oh yeah, I go to a club and it's now a sweet family, and we're all gonna hug hands. That's balls. Like at the end of the day,
loyalty is overrated, man.
Loyalty doesn't exist, and ultimately, like, and I don't blame, because at the end of the day, like when a club can be like, listen, we're selling you because we can make as much money as we want. When you see what's happening in the youth academy system, where a lot of young players, they get trained and they get loaned to different places, resold, packaged, whatever. That's just where modern football is. So
I think you misunderstood me. Like, I have nothing against what Thomas Partey did. I have nothing against it. I think they boosted his wages like 4 times. There's nothing wrong with it. Like,
no. But the point is that why should Umtiti care about the state of Barcelona when the institution treats players as things, commodities, things bottoms and sold?
I'm coming at it from my own point of view, that if I was employed and I wasn't contributing to the workplace, I wasn't helping the business, I know the business is struggling, morally, I personally would either take a wage cut or try to help them out some way, somehow, because they've been supporting me financially.
And hold on, Aldo. Let me add something to that. Let's say that, okay, fair enough, but you've had this contract for a while, and you are using large bulks of that money to help people of your family, because we don't know what Umtiti's personal situation is. So let's say for several family members and so forth, you're offering them large chunks of money to help them with stuff, and also your standard of living has been changed and adjusted based on how much you are earning. Are you then going to be like, because see, it's very easy to say, oh no, you can easily take a wage cut, but we don't know the particulars of like how you've been living, how you're used to living, and you have no rights to now tell me that I now have to change my way of living because I'm not contributing. Because everything goes to the prime mover of.
You're misunderstanding me, and people in the chat as well. They misunderstand. I never said what he's doing is wrong. I'm just saying I would do it differently.
You're using the moral. But Adri, your words are specific. Were morally. You have an issue morally. That's where the challenge is.
My morals wouldn't allow me to do it, but my morals aren't his morals, and there's no problem. Like,
oh my! Just remember, this guy said Muller is the greatest number 10.
Puya, I hope you don't recognize that guy as a Bayern fan, man, please.
I thought Core was Chelsea now. Isn't Core Chelsea now?
He's Chelsea.
He's Chelsea. Is he claimed by Chelsea? I thought he was claimed by Chelsea now.
He's a Chelsea fan.
So look, I want to just end on this because this is what 765 sent to us, man. So, because I've got a great memory here. Red Devil, do you honestly believe? No, even all guys, live to everybody. Do you honestly believe for Cristiano's debut, they're not going to do something. Do you honestly believe that for his debut, they're going to just keep that game at 3 p.m.? Or do you think that's... Because my thing is that they can't shift it. Because
No,
obviously, like, the 5 p.m. top games have already locked in.
been fixed. Yeah.
You're telling me that there's not going to be a special... Because you know what this guy's going to do? I'll tell you what this guy's going to do. Now, I don't know whether it's legal or not. Because it might be illegal.
It's illegal.
But-
It's illegal. It's
It's
illegal.
illegal.
No. Because what I was thinking is BT could say, "Hey, you want to watch Cristiano's debut? £20 sterling cash."
No,
Pay
it's
per
illegal.
view.
That's illegal.
Pay
That's
per
illegal.
view it.
It's illegal.
Yeah, they.
It's illegal.
I'll just make it just a general point on this because I think it's important because I think a lot of people that don't live in the UK don't really appreciate this. So when we talk about, like, for example, like why certain people don't, for example, watch La Liga or Serie, etc. A lot of actually this is actually tied towards this, unless it's like evening kickoffs, etc. During the afternoon, especially back in the day, a lot of the Liga, Serie games have been played around the 3 o'clock time. So it's not just English games; it's also La Liga, Serie games as well. So there's a media blackout. You cannot watch. I remember. I think it was like 3 years ago, trying to watch a Madrid Barca El Clasico, and it was on 3 o'clock, and like they basically didn't show it until after about 5 o'clock when that media blackout was over, because the logic is that fans should be able to go and watch games, and they want to attract people to
No, basically, so
watch.
encourage
That's the
fans
logic.
to go and watch games. Yeah,
which is archaic because obviously it shouldn't apply to teams outside the UK, and even in the UK, the reality obviously is that majority of people outside can watch games for free, and not everyone can get to the stadiums.
No. But we say, but it's what's it called? Like, see, when I'm in Nigeria, and I'm sure God will say like Super Sports, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Saturday,
Exactly.
it's like blood. It's freaking Christmas because all the games are around 3 p.m. So yeah,
Exactly, and then you combine that because like whatever you say about England English football fans, I do have an element of sympathy for them in regards to watching football in general, because you then combine that with the fact that multiple different companies, as you know, HH, have different rights to different leagues. So if I want to watch all of Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, and have access to them all, I have to pay for Sky, I have to pay for BT, I might have to pay for Amazon, I might have to pay for Premier Sports, and then I might have to get a season ticket on top of that, which is insane. It's insane amount of money. It's absolutely ridiculous. So tied back to this United thing, like I don't think they'll change it because you said it's fixed. They want to, even though it sounds like behind the scenes they've been desperately wanting to change it because Sky know how much money they're going to lose from not having this thing. I think Manchester United as a club, I think they will try and do something, whether that's like a like some sort of event in actually Old Trafford, or whether they'll release like some package on MUTV, some sort of build up, some hype, something like that. I'm not sure. There are rumors that people...
Is this Old Trafford or away?
This is at Old Trafford.
Wow.
I'm fairly sure it's at Old Trafford. Some people are saying that, like, and this is the skepticism, is saying that maybe Ronaldo might not play, so that they can so they'll bench him so they can unveil him properly. Because I think the following week, I think we might have like a later kickoff. So they might unveil him properly in that evening kickoff run. So that's what people are saying. But yeah, it's the dumb laws here.
But Red, can you explain exactly? So what is the law? Like, what is the reason behind this?
I mean,
go on.
So basically, like, the idea is 3 p.m. is obviously when most of these games take place. Most games on Saturday in England take place at 3 p.m. And the idea is to encourage people to go to the stadiums. Now, if you were to televise these games at 3 p.m., then what is the incentive of buying a ticket to watch the game? Because, I need to buy a ticket, I'm fine. But right now, so guys who watch at 3 p.m. are either season ticket holders or, hey, I want to watch my team, I can now buy the ticket on the day. So therefore, you are now helping the income of those clubs and so forth during the 3 p.m. games. Basically, it's an agreement. So you TV guys have 12:30 Saturday, 5:30 Saturday, and Sunday you have all the basically so really Sunday it's all televised on Sunday. Saturday 12:30, 5:30. So this 3 p.m. slots, is to help the stadium revenue, where this is now exclusive to you. Because if you now give it to TV, it will harm the amount of income that the stadiums can get. So
Yeah.
So wait, so is there only smaller teams that can play at 3 p.m.?
no. Everyone does.
Everyone does.
I remember last week on Saturday, 3 p.m. There was some games. Was there not? Televised.
No, they're all.
No games are televised at 3 p.m.
No, I get it. It's because I was watching it from Denmark and not
Exactly. There's literally a media blackout, football media blackout on all, not just Premier League, but La Liga, Serie, Bundesliga, from 3 o'clock to 5 p.m. in the UK. Outside of 5 p.m., it's like it's removed. So 5:36 kickoffs in the Saturday fine, and Sunday likewise all day is also fine as well. But it's just that 3 to 5 slot, but the Premier League's perspective or small perspective is that this is one of those things that it helps the smaller clubs, because potentially some of the smaller clubs will be getting a cut of the revenue, getting that strongly based on stadium revenue, like a Bournemouth, for example, or a Brentford. A lot of these clubs are dependent on stadium revenue, fans going to stadiums, away fans, home fans, etc. And so as a result, if you were to televise things, the big clubs would be fine, obviously, because the World Cup.
But the small clubs would suffer because
the small clubs would suffer.
So basically, imagine like if let's say it's a 20,000 seater in Burnley right now, and you now said that 3 p.m. will now be televised, that 20,000 will probably be like 14,000, 15,000, because others will say, wait a minute, that's 100 and something pounds I pay for my Sky Sports package. Hey, I can save money, just watch this at home, chill out, 3 p.m. cool, instead of going to the stadium and actually buying the tickets and so forth. So for the smaller guys, it helps them more. I just look, so basically, so United play West Ham away on Sunday, 19th of September, 2 p.m. So you see, is televised.
So in what? So say that again, sorry?
So West Ham away, Sunday, 19th of September.
Yeah, that's going to be televised, definitely.
Yeah.
That's why some people are speculating, saying, oh, maybe because of the whole hype thing, that Oli might not start Ronaldo, or might feign something like, oh, he's got an injury, or niggle, he's just adjusting, he's not had a training session or whatever, to delay the fully reveal. Because he doesn't, to be fair, Ronaldo doesn't have to play against Newcastle. We have enough to beat Newcastle without Ronaldo. But, at West Ham, it's now televised. You can now go and do all the rest of it. So,
is this every weekend? Like, this is a normal thing?
Yeah,
every weekend. Every weekend.
Yeah. The only thing that happened is that because of COVID, what happened is that because people couldn't go to stadiums, and they weren't full, they suspended that rule for the duration of the pandemic. So they were televising pretty much all the games and stuff like that.
Please tell them what BT tried to do, but then stopped.
So basically, as they were
sick.
No, to be fair, it wasn't just BT. Sky did it as well, where they basically were like, right, okay, we're now, even though we still can't access the stadiums, what we'll do is we'll now charge like 15 or 20 pounds per game for you to watch.
So these guys were charging 15, 20 pounds for Sunderland against West Ham and for Norwich against Thingy. And guys are like, who the hell is going to pay 20 pounds to watch Norwich against Southampton? And obviously, they basically stopped because they're like, okay, look, that's
renegade. Yeah, no one's doing. People were like, I remember because in Newcastle here, Newcastle fans were like, rather they were paying the money to like local charities. And like they were boycotting the games because like, no way am I spending all that money to watch Newcastle versus Burnley. I think that was the game actually, Newcastle versus Burnley. Everyone was like, it's a boring game in football. Like, why am I paying £20 to watch Newcastle versus Burnley? So.
Oh man. Look, guys, man. Yeah, this is cool, man. So we'll probably see you back here again soon. So, guys, any final words before we vamoose?
Sunderland has as many league titles as Chelsea.